The person you love went on a dinner date with someone last night. But who were they with? This is something you need to know. My beloved child, before your heart races to the wrong conclusion, listen carefully. Last night, the person you love sat across a dinner table with someone, and from a distance it looked like the beginning of a brand new story. If you had seen only a single moment, you would have believed everything was over. But what happened at that table was nothing like it appeared. Every smile hid an unanswered question. Every pause carried a memory. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth behind that dinner is far more surprising than anyone could have imagined, and before this message ends, you will understand why that meeting was never as simple as people believed. Something unusual happened the moment they arrived. Their eyes kept drifting away from the person sitting in front of them, almost as if they were searching for someone who wasn't there. The conversation moved forward, but their heart stayed somewhere else. Then a single sentence was spoken so quietly that almost no one noticed it. That one sentence changed the entire atmosphere at the table. It wasn't about starting a new future, it was about finally finding the courage to face something left unfinished. The mystery grows deeper from here, because the identity of the person sitting across from them is not the story you have been told. Just when the dinner seemed ready to end, something unexpected happened that no one in the restaurant could fully understand. A small smile appeared, followed by a moment of complete silence, and in that silence, one decision was made that could change everything from this point forward. The biggest revelation has not been uncovered yet, and the next part reveals who that person truly was, and why your name silently became the center of the entire conversation. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. But listen closely, the answer everyone thought they knew was completely wrong. The person sitting across the table was not there to replace you. They were there because a conversation that had been avoided for far too long could no longer wait. Every question asked during that dinner circled back to one subject, even when your name was never spoken aloud. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What looked ordinary from the outside was quietly becoming one of the most important nights of their life. Then something happened that almost no one noticed. The other person leaned forward and asked a question so unexpected that your loved one fell completely silent. They stared at the table for several seconds before giving a calm but powerful answer. In that single moment, the mood changed forever. It became clear that this dinner was never about romance, it was about finally understanding what their heart had been trying to say for a very long time. The truth was stronger than anyone expected, but the biggest surprise was still waiting. As they stood up to leave, one final exchange took place. A gentle smile appeared, followed by words that would soon reshape everything they believed about the future. The person across the table nodded with complete understanding, almost as if they had been waiting to hear those words all along. What they revealed next points directly toward you, but the full meaning has not been uncovered yet. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now the mystery becomes even deeper. As they stepped outside the restaurant, the cool night air seemed to carry away every doubt they had been holding inside. But before taking another step, they reached into their pocket, looked at something for a few quiet seconds, and smiled in a way they hadn't smiled for a very long time. It wasn't because of the dinner. It wasn't because of the person they had just met. It was because one thought refused to leave their heart, and that thought was connected to you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A few moments later, the person from the dinner said something that stopped them in their tracks. If that's truly how you feel, then don't let fear decide your future. Those words echoed in their mind again and again. Suddenly, everything became clear. The dinner had never been about beginning a new chapter with someone else. It was about receiving the courage to stop running from the feelings they had hidden for so long. The biggest misunderstanding was quietly falling apart, and the truth was finally beginning to reveal itself. Before they walked away, one last promise was made, one that no one else heard. It wasn't a promise about the past. It was a promise about what they would do next. That decision is already setting unexpected events into motion, and what happens after this may surprise you more than anything you've heard so far. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Everything is about to connect. The night was almost over, but their heart refused to let the story end there. As they walked away from the restaurant, they turned back one final time, not because they wanted to return, but because they realized that every answer they had been searching for had been pointing in one direction all along. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What looked like an ordinary dinner had quietly become the moment that changed their future. Then an unexpected message arrived. They read it once, then again, and their expression changed completely. It wasn't filled with fear or regret. It was filled with hope. In that instant, they understood that the person sitting across from them had never been the destination. They had simply helped uncover a truth that had been hidden beneath uncertainty. The biggest surprise was not who they had dinner with, it was who remained in their heart after the dinner ended. As the lights of the city faded behind them, they made one silent decision they had never been brave enough to make before. No applause followed. No dramatic scene unfolded. Just a quiet promise that the next step would be different from every step before it. And when that promise finally reaches you, the entire meaning of that mysterious dinner will become clearer than ever. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The final pieces are finally falling into place. Long after the dinner had ended, they couldn't stop replaying every word in their mind. It wasn't because the conversation had confused them, it was because it had given them an answer they had been searching for in silence. The person they met had simply held up a mirror, allowing them to see what had been in their heart all along. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The real story was never about the dinner, it was about the decision that followed it. Before going to sleep, they looked at the night sky and whispered something so quietly that no one else could hear. It wasn't a goodbye to the past. It was the beginning of a promise for the future. Every fear that had kept them waiting slowly disappeared, replaced by a calm confidence they had never felt before. In that moment, they understood that some meetings are meant to end quickly because they exist only to reveal the truth hidden inside the heart. As the new day began, they carried only one thought with them. They no longer wanted misunderstandings to decide what happened next. The mystery of the dinner is almost completely revealed, but one final truth still remains hidden, and when it comes to light, you'll understand why this ordinary evening became the turning point that changed everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. One final truth has been waiting for this moment. By the time the sun began to rise, their heart felt lighter than it had in months. The dinner had not created new feelings, it had confirmed old ones. Every question they had carried into that restaurant had finally been answered. The person they met was never competing for their heart. Instead, they encouraged them to stop hiding from what they truly wanted. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As they walked into a new day, they made a quiet decision that no one else knew about. They promised themselves they would no longer let fear, confusion, or misunderstandings control their future. The biggest surprise was never the identity of the person at the dinner table. The biggest surprise was realizing that every road they had taken still led back to the same place, the feelings they could never completely leave behind. Sometimes life arranges unexpected meetings simply to reveal the answer that has been in front of us all along. So if this message has found you today, remember this: not every scene is what it first appears to be. What looked like the beginning of one story was actually the closing of another. And somewhere beyond that quiet dinner, a new chapter quietly began, one filled with clarity, hope, and the courage to move forward. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And now, the hidden chapter is revealed. Days after that unforgettable dinner, something became impossible to ignore. They no longer replayed the faces, the food, or the conversation. Instead, they kept thinking about one feeling that refused to disappear. It followed them through every quiet moment, reminding them that some people leave a mark without even being present. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The answer they had been searching for was never sitting across the table, it had been waiting inside their heart all along. Then an unexpected realization changed everything. They understood that the dinner was not a destination but a turning point. Every word spoken that night had gently pushed them toward a choice they had been afraid to make. The uncertainty that once controlled them slowly faded away, replaced by a quiet confidence that their next step had to come from honesty instead of fear. That single realization carried more power than anyone at that restaurant could have imagined. As the story moves forward, one final conversation is drawing closer with every passing day. It won't begin with confusion or doubt, but with a truth that has finally found the courage to be spoken. And when that moment arrives, every question about that mysterious dinner will make perfect sense. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The moment you have been waiting for is finally near. The silence that followed that dinner was never empty. It was filled with thoughts, memories, and one powerful realization that refused to fade. Every passing hour made them more certain that the meeting had not pulled them away from what truly mattered. It had pointed them back toward it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What once looked like an ending was quietly becoming the beginning of something far greater. Then, without warning, they found themselves standing in a familiar place, remembering a promise they had almost forgotten. A smile appeared on their face because they finally understood why everything had unfolded the way it did. That dinner was never meant to create distance. It was meant to remove doubt. Every unexpected moment, every unanswered question, and every quiet pause had prepared them to make one important decision with complete confidence. As the next chapter begins, they know exactly what they want their future to look like. There is no more confusion, no more guessing, and no more running from the truth. One final step remains, and when it is taken, the mystery that began with that unforgettable dinner will come full circle in a way no one could have predicted. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is where everything changes forever. After that unforgettable night, they stopped asking themselves who was sitting across the table. Instead, they began asking a far more important question: who has truly remained in my heart through every season? The answer came quietly, but once it arrived, nothing could erase it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The mystery that once seemed impossible to solve was finally revealing its deepest truth. One evening, they opened an old memory they had tried to ignore for so long. Instead of bringing sadness, it brought clarity. They realized that life had placed that dinner in front of them not as a new beginning with someone else, but as the final test before they could move forward with complete honesty. Every conversation, every smile, and every moment of silence had led them to this single realization. The answer they had been searching for had never changed, it had only been waiting for the right moment to be accepted. Now only one final chapter remains. A decision has already been made, but its outcome has not yet been revealed. The next moment will uncover why that mysterious dinner happened exactly when it did, and why its true purpose had everything to do with the future that is still waiting to unfold. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The last secret can no longer stay hidden. The mysterious dinner that seemed so confusing at the beginning now has a completely different meaning. It was never a celebration of a new relationship. It was the moment that gave them the courage to stop hiding from the truth. Every step they took after leaving that restaurant carried one clear purpose: to move toward a future with honesty instead of uncertainty. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the days passed, they noticed something remarkable. The fear that once controlled every decision slowly disappeared. In its place came peace, confidence, and the understanding that some people enter our lives only to help us discover what has always mattered most. The person at that dinner played their role, but they were never meant to become the center of the story. They simply helped reveal the answer that had been waiting all along. And now, as this journey reaches its final moments, remember the lesson hidden inside every chapter. Not every scene is what it first appears to be, and not every mystery ends the way people expect. Sometimes the greatest surprise is realizing that what looked like the end was actually the beginning of a brighter path. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Before this story closes, there is one final detail you haven't heard. after everything that happened, they looked back on that dinner with a completely different perspective. They no longer saw it as a night filled with questions. They saw it as the exact moment life removed the last obstacle standing between confusion and clarity. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the biggest answers arrive through the most ordinary moments. As time moved forward, every doubt that once filled their mind quietly disappeared. They realized that the person they met had not changed their heart. They had simply helped reveal what was already there. Looking back, every unexpected event, every silent pause, and every meaningful conversation now made perfect sense. The mystery that once seemed impossible to understand had become a reminder that appearances can never tell the whole story. Now only one final message remains. It is the message that connects every chapter you've heard so far and explains why this journey began with a dinner that everyone misunderstood. In the final chapter, every hidden piece will come together, and the complete truth behind that unforgettable night will finally be revealed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is the final revelation. The question that began this journey was, who were they having dinner with? Now you know the real answer. The identity of the person was never the greatest mystery. The greatest mystery was what that meeting awakened inside their heart. That dinner was simply a turning point, a moment that helped them stop running from the truth they had been carrying for so long. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When they finally looked back at that night, they smiled with complete peace. Every misunderstanding had disappeared. Every fear had lost its power. They understood that life sometimes places unexpected people in our path, not to change our destination, but to remind us where we truly belong. The restaurant, the conversation, and the quiet goodbye were all part of a lesson that brought clarity instead of confusion. That is why the night everyone questioned became the night everything finally made sense. As this story comes to its end, remember one thing: never judge the whole journey by a single moment. What appears shocking at first can hide a completely different truth beneath the surface. The mysterious dinner was never the ending. It was the beginning of a future built on honesty, hope, and courage. And perhaps the greatest surprise of all was that the answer had been quietly waiting in front of them from the very beginning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. One last message before you leave: every chapter of this journey has led to a single realization: not everything that looks dramatic is meant to break your heart. Sometimes life allows confusion to appear first so that the truth shines even brighter in the end. That mysterious dinner was never the story people believed it was. It became the moment that replaced doubt with certainty and fear with courage. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. If you have followed this story from the beginning, you now understand that the greatest surprise was never the person sitting across the table. The greatest surprise was discovering that a single evening could completely change the way someone viewed their future. Every unanswered question, every silent glance, and every unexpected twist had one purpose: to reveal that genuine feelings cannot be hidden forever. In the end, truth always finds its way into the light. As this journey closes, carry this thought with you: appearances may create questions, but time always reveals the answers. What began as a shocking mystery became a story of clarity, hope, and quiet confidence. And somewhere beyond that unforgettable night, a new chapter is already waiting to begin, one that no longer depends on uncertainty, but on the courage to follow what has always been true. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And now, the story leaves one final echo in your heart. If you remember only one thing from this journey, let it be this: the biggest moments in life rarely announce themselves. They arrive quietly, disguised as ordinary conversations, unexpected meetings, or simple dinners that seem to mean nothing at first. But later, when every piece falls into place, you realize that one evening changed everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The mystery was never meant to confuse you forever, it was meant to teach you that truth always outlasts appearances. As time continued to move forward, they carried no bitterness, no regret, and no unanswered questions. Instead, they carried a quiet confidence that every step had happened for a reason. Looking back, they no longer focused on who sat across the table. They focused on the lesson they took home, that genuine feelings become stronger when they are tested by uncertainty. The night that once looked so shocking had become a memory filled with clarity, proving that no